I think we're good.
Well,
What am I doing?
click right here.
Where?
Click.
This?
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Okay, so I think we're live. Let's make sure you guys. Okay, we are. We're totally live. Hi, welcome to the 10 at 10. This is Danny Klapoff.
Hi.
Is that how you say it?
How did you say it?
Klapoff?
Just Clappeth.
Clappeth. I'm
Yep.
gonna get it. I'm gonna get it right.
I
Okay.
Clappeth last Tuesday or something.
Okay, so we're so excited to be on together. It's kind of a girls' night, and I love girls' night. So, we're both gonna kind of just tell our stories a little bit, and then we're gonna go into more of how you can be more social on social media to build your business and find some success. So, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start. I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about my story, and then we'll have Danny tell her story. Does that sound good?
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Okay, so my name's Kalani Bryson. I'm from St. George, Utah. I graduated from Dixie State College with my associate's degree. I moved to Orem, Utah, where I decided to go to massage therapy school. And it was at the time when the economy was really bad and nobody could get a job. And I had to ask my parents to help me pay for groceries. And I just remember feeling like, man, I never want to have that feeling ever again. I never want to have to ask somebody to help me pay for food ever again. And so, is that bugging you?
No, I'm just making sure it's not that.
Oh, are you guys am I bouncing? Am I bouncing back? Reverberating my voice? Anyway, so I just remember feeling like, man, I never want to have to ask somebody to help me pay for food for myself ever again. So fast forward a couple of months, I was set up on a blind date with this kid named Blake Bryson. I'm sure you've heard that name before. And little did he know I hated blind dates and I hated first dates, but I went anyways. And on our very first date, he took me home to meet his mom. And I remember we were walking into his house and we went through the garage and there were 2 Range Rovers parked in the garage. And I just remember thinking, what the heck does your dad do? And he said, oh, I don't know. He's been retired for like 10 years. He did Nu Skin. So that was like my first introduction into the business was that. And I was like, hey, first of all, never heard that before. You're going to have to tell me more about that later. So fast forward, we dated, we got married, we had our first kid, and he decided he wanted to do Nu Skin. And so he did it for a little while and had a little bit of success, not a whole lot. Fast forward a little bit longer to the beginning of this year in April, we had our third baby, Emmett, and he was born a month early. He spent a little bit of time in the NICU. His lungs weren't fully developed when he was born. He's happy and healthy now, but during that time, Blake and my father-in-law, Brent, spent a lot of time together in the NICU, and that was right when Brent was posting about toothpaste on social media. And Blake came to me and he's like, I think I want to try out this toothpaste thing. And I was at the time like sleep deprived. I had a newborn baby in the NICU. I had 2 kids at home. I was like stressed and I was just like, okay, go ahead, have fun, whatever. So he did it and he started to have a little success and I was like, well, that's kind of cool. So about a month later, I was like, I think I want to do a couple posts. So I did a couple posts and we ended up making enough money to pay our monthly mortgage payment that month. And I just remember sitting there thinking, that is absolutely amazing. First of all, I'm on social media anyways. Why am I not getting paid for it? Right? Second of all, I can teach anyone how to do this. And third of all, it's fun. So at that point, I said, you know what, babe, I'm in. And we got together. We decided, you know what, we're going to do this. We're going to do Nu Skin for the rest of our lives. And we just have been building an incredible team. You guys are like a great big family to us. And we love every single one of you. And we love the growth of the company. We love the social selling aspect. We love that the company is going to be going from $2.5 billion to $10 billion in the next 5 or so years. And my why is so that I can have that financial security that I will never have to worry about feeding myself or my family, and that I can have the means that if I do need to help family members or friends that are struggling, that I can do that for them. And I also want to be able to travel the world with my family. So that's like, in a nutshell, that's my Nu Skin story. And I'm super excited to hear about Dani's story. So I'm just going to throw it on over to her.
Okay, so I'm Dani Klappeth. I graduated from college with a bachelor's in public health from BYU, and then that really went super far for me. But I'm trying to think. So I think it was about like a year and a half ago. I've been like in direct sales for like 18 months now, and I don't know why I joined a company. I think it was just like some weight loss thing, and I was just like super pumped about it, and I was like, this works, I'm gonna try it, you know. That first company didn't work out so well, but it did help me start to get the confidence and learn how to be a positive person. I know that, I think John Jackson talks a lot about how direct sales is like a, you know, like personal development in disguise, which is so true. Because if anything, like, I'm most grateful for direct sales and multi-level marketing, just because I've kind of like learned a lot about who I am. Like, I started learning a lot when I had kids 4 years ago, but almost 5 years ago, like, just really kind of coming into my own and realizing things that I needed. And it's kind of a negative person, but as you know, in this business, you have to be a positive person, because that's what attracts people. So I think that it's just become habit, because I've really studied and worked hard in the last year and a half to like try and see good in things and not complain as much. So over the last year and a half, this is my fourth company, and not that any of the other companies are bad. It's just that this is just a different vibe, and it's really more what I was looking for, and I'm kind of like happy where I landed, because I feel like all the stars kind of aligned for me to come here. My Nu Skin progress has probably been different than many's, but I'm still proud of where I'm at. I just hit executive in November, and I probably took longer than most to get there, but I'm okay with that, because that's my pace. And I know Kalani and Blake really like push me hard, and like my other upline, Andrea Garber, she pushes me hard too, but they also like try to lift me along the way. Like, if I don't make it, they're not gonna be mad at me, but you know, they'll help me when I need it. And so I feel like that's kind of the vibe you get here on our team. So that's why I'm staying here, because they care about their people more than they care. Anyway, that's just my Nu Skin story. Like, we just all love each other, and it's really great.
We do. We're just a great big family, and I love that you've landed here with us, and I'm so excited that you hit executive. Okay, so I want to just spend like a couple minutes talking about how we can help the rest of the team be more social on social media. And Dani is one of my favorite people on Facebook, because she does Facebook Lives, and I think she's done over 90 Facebook Lives, because it popped up.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Okay, so tell us some things about Facebook Lives and why they're important.
Okay, Facebook Live is awesome, but super unnerving. But it's really important because, I mean, if you think about the Super Bowl and like how much money people pay to like get in Super Bowl commercials, they know that they want to be in Super Bowl commercials because they're going to be in front of their audience. It doesn't matter what you're selling. If you get yourself in front of an audience and they see you all the time, not necessarily being badgery about like dumb stuff, but they will think of you and you will be on their mind. And like, if they think of something like whitening toothpaste at the store, they'll be like, oh, maybe I kind of wanted to try that. So it's just really important for you to get in front of your audience, and that's like being social. So Facebook Lives for me have been awesome, because I feel like have helped me connect with like people on Facebook. So I feel like, I think I might have had someone say this, and I hate saying this because I feel like it sounds so conceited, but people are like, I just feel like we're best friends because you're just on live all the time. And I'm like, that's good, because you want people to feel connected to you, and because people
Absolutely.
don't buy your product, they buy you. So you might be a rando and you might have like random referral posts and things like that, but your close friends and people you're friends with on Facebook, if they want to try it, they're going to go to you over some random person that they've never heard from before, if that makes sense. So I think lives are super helpful for that. I wish I had time to talk about lives, but maybe I'll do a training on it later if you guys want.
Oh, I would love that. Kay, you're so authentic. And I think that people really get to know you when you do lives, and they get to know your personality. And that's where that connection where, oh, we're best friends, even though like maybe they've never actually met you in real life. So I think that's super awesome. So some other ways that I love to kind of put myself out there is I add new friends on Facebook every day, and I'm sure you do too. And you don't just add like random people. I like to add people that have mutual friends with me, that have mutual interests. And I'm going to go onto their Facebook pages and I'm going to like pictures. I'm going to comment on pictures, because when somebody, I don't know if you've noticed this, but when somebody comments on one of your photos, do you click on their profile and you scroll through to see who they are? Okay, so that's why you want to comment on people's stuff. And when someone does a Facebook status, you want to comment on that, because that gets you, they want to know who's this person, and then they'll go and they'll look at your stuff. Okay, so that's one important thing. And then another super easy way is the happy birthday thing. It's going to pop up every single day. So you can either go to their wall and you can do like a happy birthday, or you can send them a direct message and you can actually start a conversation that way. And it's just a very natural, easy way to just get a conversation going with people. You can join Facebook groups. Blake talked a lot about that on the 10 at 10 last night. You guys can go back and watch that one from yesterday. It was amazing. You can follow pages. Did you have any other things you wanted to talk about?
So like you were saying, like and comment on people's stuff. So if you, like when you add people from like high school that you haven't talked to in a long time and you see that they're having a baby, like take a second, don't just like it and be like, oh cool, scrolling. Like it and say, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Because I'm self-centered and I love when people comment on my stuff. So I'm like, oh, you like me? Okay, I like you too. So yes. I'm automatically like best friends with them, because I'm like, oh yeah, you like my hair? Great. My kids are cute. Sounds good.
I have an example of that. The other day, I was just taking my own advice and I was doing this, and it was legitimate comments. Like I saw somebody's family. I was like, you have the cutest family. And that person reached out to me about my business out of nowhere. And I hadn't even reached out to them trying to recruit them. I was just being a nice person, literally just saying, you have a really cute family, because they did. So, and then another thing is, the other day, I just wished this guy a happy birthday, like a heartfelt, like, hey, it's been a while, I hope you have a happy birthday. And he reached out to me as well. And I wasn't actively like recruiting the guy. I was just being genuine and being friendly and reaching out, making connections, because that's what this business is about. It's not about numbers. You want to build relationships with people. Yeah. So make it more about that, than about the numbers and stuff. But did you have anything else you wanted to add to that?
Gosh, I feel like you could talk like so long about this, but
I know we could.
I mean, I think
covered it.
So,
hey, so one last thing. TEU is this Friday from 1 to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 9 to 1. This is an incredible training. We get to pack a whole bunch of information in to a short amount of time that's going to help you build your business as quickly as possible. You get information from the top people in the business, from people that have made $5, $10, $20 million in this company. So you want to be there. You want to bring people that new recruits, people you've been working with for months. Bring people, be there. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And let's make the rest of December phenomenal, you guys. Thank you so much for being on, Danny, tonight. And we'll see you guys online. Okay? We'll see you later. Blake's going to help me do it wrong.